Hello, Exofighters. I am Mr. Sun Twinkie, and today we are going to be looking at the Deadeye, both the original and the alpha variant. The original is a user-friendly all-purpose exosuit, which excels at medium and long-distance combat, whereas the alpha is a Deadeye variant equipped with two weapon types. Its flexible arsenal is perfect for combat at any range. Alright, so let's first look at the base variant. Base variant will have 500 health and will come with the unique Ravager assault rifle. This assault rifle can be fired at full auto and can be aimed down sights to increase its accuracy. It has a damage against exosuits of 18 to 27. On small dinos it will be 50 to 60 and large dinos will be 20 to 30. It has a fall off range of 70 meters. The Aggressor is a weapon found on the Alpha variant. It is a weapon with both a shotgun and a burst rifle mode. Firing from the hip will shoot the shotgun mode, and aiming down sights will shoot the 5-round burst mode. This variant also only comes with 400 health instead of 500. First, let's look at the shotgun. The shotgun uses 10 bullets and will hit 10 times. On exosuits, it will do 16 to 24 damage per pellet. On small dinos, it does 22 to 26. On large dinos, it does 22 to 30, and it has a range of 10 meters. Next, let's look at the burst rifle mode. It shoots 5-round burst. On exosuits, it does 20 to 30 damage per bullet. On small dinos, it does 50 to 60 per bullet, and on large dinos it does 24 to 36 per bullet, and this has a range of 50 meters. The rifle grenade is going to be found on both variants. It is a grenade round that explodes on impact. It can be shot up to 70 meters if you arc it very well. Against exosuits, it will do 100 damage, and you'll get an extra 50 damage if you hit direct impact. On small dinosaurs, it'll be 300. On large dinosaurs, it'll be 600. And if you hit a crit, then it'll go up to 900. Dive dodge can be found on both variants. It allows you to perform an evasive roll. This evasive roll will take you 10 meters, and it has a 4-second cooldown. Thrust attack is also found on both variants. It is a powerful strike that knocks back enemies, and you'll want to just make sure that this is charged by making sure that your hand glows up before releasing. If it's not charged up, then it doesn't do full damage and doesn't have the full range, and it's just not useful. Just make sure you charge it every single time. This will have a damage value of 100 to exosuits, 600 to 720 on small dinosaurs, and on large dinosaurs it'll be 600 to 900. It has a range of around 10 meters if you fully charge it up, and it has a cooldown of 9 seconds. Cluster Salvo is going to be the overdrive ability for both the variants. It deploys multiple heavy weapons built into your armor that unleashes overwhelming firepower straight ahead. This does 12 damage to exosuits, 24 to 29 to small dinos, and 12 to 18 to large dinos. The range on this is around 40 meters, and this is a lot of counting to do, but I believe it was around 250 bullets, but I'm not too sure on that. Now let's talk about the mods that you can use on each of the exosuits. So first, let's start with Damage Chain, which can be used on the base variant. It is unlocked at level 4, and it modifies Ravager's performance so that landing consecutive hits with the Ravager will increase its base damage by 25% at level 5 of the mod. This means that after landing 10 bullets, then it will increase your damage by 25%, making your damage to exosuits 23 to 34, small dinos will be 63 to 75, and large dinos will be 25 to 38. The second mod that is available for the base version is going to be Recharger. It modifies Ravager's performance to now greatly reduce cooldown time for rifle grenade and thrust attack when landing hits with the Ravager. The time will vary according to the enemy type. This has a little bit of testing done, and it seems to be around 75% for exosuits, 15% for small dinosaurs, and 30% for large dinosaurs. Now let's move on to the Force Multiplier mod, which can only be found on the Alpha variant. It modifies aggressor performance so that landing consecutive hits with burst fire temporarily increases shotgun rate of fire and vastly reduces shotgun ammo use. What this means is that it takes 5 burst or 20 ammo to activate your faster shotgun fire mode, and it makes your shotgun fire 50% faster and only uses 1 ammo to use your shotgun. The second mod for the Alpha variant is going to be Combined Arms. It modifies aggressor's performance. Hitting close range enemies with the shotgun increases aggressor's base damage by 30% and greatly increases the chance of knocking back enemies. Really what this means is the shotgun just gets a 30% bonus if you're hitting close range enemies. The close range distance is going to be within 4 meters, and the exosuit damage is going to go to 21 to 31. Small dinos will be 29 to 34, and large dinosaurs are going to be 29 to 43. Rock Grenade can be used on both variants. It modifies rifle grenade performance, increases the projectile speed and makes it fly on a straighter path, and it increases the base direct damage by 20%. What this means is that on exosuits, you'll be doing 100 damage plus 80 on impact, and then on small dinos, you'll be doing 720. Large dinos, you'll be doing 720 to 1080. Next, we have Piercing Thrusts, which can be used on both variants. This modifies thrust attack to increase the base thrust attack damage by 40%. It increases knockback distance of nearby enemies hit with a charged thrust attack. This makes it so that Piercing Thrust will do 140 damage to exosuits, 840 to small dinosaurs, and 840 to 1260 on large dinosaurs. Linear Thrust will be the final slot 2 mod that we can use on both the variants. This modifies the charged thrust attack performance to now allow you to knock down small dinosaurs into walls or other enemies, which will deal additional damage and slightly increases chance of knocking back hostile exo fighters. Against exosuits, it will add an extra 50 damage if you knock it into a wall or other enemy, and on dinosaurs, it'll be 75 extra damage if you knock it into a wall or enemy. Reload dodge can be used on slot number 3 on both exo variants. It allows you to reload upon using your dive dodge. This is really helpful for increasing all your damage and can help you keep up damage chain and recharger along with force multiplier and combined arms. So really good damage increase all around. Dive dodge plus can be used on both variants. This will make it so dive dodge reduces flinching upon use, increases your defense by 50%, and increases your dodge distance to make it a total of 15 meters dodged. Alright, now let's talk about the builds that I would be using with each of the variants. First, let's start with the base variant, and in PvE, I'm going to be using Recharger, Piercing Thrust, and Reload Dodge. Not only is this the highest DPS combo that we can use on this variant, but it also has Recharger, which will let us use our abilities more often, and our abilities are very good at clearing ads as well. So all around, this helps you take down ads quicker and does the most damage. So all around, this is just the best build for this suit in PvE. PvP, you have a lot more flexibility. I tend to like to run damage chain, as in PvP I am not really using my abilities too often, so using Recharger doesn't help too much. And then the second slot I like to kind of use as a flex option, so you can kind of put whatever you feel will work better right here. Right now I'm kind of testing out Safeguard, and it seems to be pretty good. It reduces your critical damage that you take, which on PvP sounds pretty good and seems to be pretty good right now as well. Haven't got a lot of testing on it yet, but I'm still trying to figure it out. And then we also have Dive Dodge Plus to give us more damage reduction and just kind of make it harder for them to kill us and easier for us to kill them. And like I said, this one's a little bit more flexible. Like slot 2, you can kind of use whatever you want right there. Moving on to the alpha variant, I'm going to be using combined arms, piercing thrust, and reload dodge. There is a argument to use force multiplier as it has slightly higher DPS, but I like to use combined arms because it has a lot more ad clear potential and it is like very small difference on the DPS and a lot easier to use. But if you don't like to get close to the enemies and you'd rather use force multiplier, then you can also do that as well. And for PvP, I'm going to be using combined arms, safeguard module, and dive dodge plus. Again, combined arms you can use to push the enemies away in PvP. That's kind of really useful because it annoys a lot of people. And also, both of them are for your shotgun, and are you really going to be pulsing somebody if they are just right in your face? So, I mean, combined arms is kind of a clear choice in PvP, I feel like. And then you want safeguard module, again, is another flex location. You can kind of put whatever you want here. I'm just kind of using safeguard module and testing it out, and it seems pretty good. And then obviously dive dodge plus for the damage reduction. So me personally, I'm going to be keeping my base variant on PvP and my alpha variant on PvE. But let me know what you guys are going to do in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!